Hey, this is Kehinde Fawumi. You're listening to the Unleash Your Genius podcast. Another tip I can give you is that please be committed to prayers. I don't know what you believe, meditations, you know, get rid of all those external noises that clouds your mind and that distract you. Reach deep down the core of your brain, which is spiritual. The physical part is just what we use to recognize you. The real you is deep inside, and you want to think from there. You want to act from deep down. You have to have a connection with the true part of you. Have you ever talked to yourself before? So what does it mean talk to yourself? It means that there are two parts of you. One is talking to the other. So I'm talking about that real core part. You want to connect to that. And the easy way to do that is in connections, in prayers, in communication, personal self-talk, self-communication. And of course, when you talk about prayers, there are different parts of that where you talk, to God. And if you don't, whatever name you call it, you definitely have to believe in something, right? Whatever name you call it, you have a connection to that because the core part, that's the source of wisdom. That's the source of revelation. That's the source of understanding, and it matters for every little decision you make. It could be deciding whether it's Tesla to buy or Boeing to buy. It could be a simple discussion as that, and you get it. For whatever thing you have an inclination towards one aspect, you do it, and bam, you make profit out of that. So don't disconnect, the power of your spiritual, the spiritual aspect of you. Don't disconnect that from your activities in life. And that's important to this conversation as well. We can talk about all the knowledge ever, but if you make a mistake or take the wrong step, we talked about you can gain, but you can also lose, right? So why would you not lose? You will not lose because you know what to do. You are taking the right steps. How do you know what is right? Where's the wisdom coming from? And that's what I'm addressing here. And the reason I'm saying all this is because I don't want to tell you all these things and not let you know the core of it. It's about establishing that connection. Of course, that connection really helps you if you know what to do with that knowledge, right? If you have wisdom, then you can, appropriate it in the right direction. So that's important. And what I do is I have an application called Calm. I don't use it every time, but most of the time I use Calm, CALM, and it just calms you down. You can it's proprietary, but normally you have some free trials, actually some free content, and all you need to do is try with the free content or repeat the free content for yourself. And it calms you down in the night. It gives you the chance to calm. What I also do is I have lots of affirmations that I listen to overnight many times, or sometimes just 3 hours into the night, and then it stops, and then I sleep the rest without the affirmations. But that happens is that it talks deep down to your core being, and then these things are rooted deep down your belief system, and you think completely differently because now you've been able to sink some knowledge deep down yourself, and that's the core of where you think from, and that makes a lot of difference. So that's why you see that some people are just lucky and some aren't. No, well, there are only two kinds of people that think positively and people that don't. So what you want to be is the direction of people that think positively. And it's so funny because those that think positively are usually the ones that are lucky. Right? I don't know how, but that's what happens.